Lagos State to shut Ladipo Oyingbo markets indefinitely and announces the date of action. The Lagos Waste Management Authority (LOMA) said that from next Thursday, both Ladipo and Oyingbo markets will be shut down till further notice. This is as a result of reckless waste dumping, refusal to pay for waste services, and general poor waste management situation of the markets. LOMA's Managing Director, CEO Mr. Ibrahim Odumboni, noted that the unwholesome environmental practices by traders in those markets, despite repeated warnings, called for necessary and immediate sanctions. He said, "Our attention has been drawn to the deplorable state of the environment around Ladipo Market, Mushin, Oyingbo Market, resulting from reckless waste dumping by traders. Despite serving them abatement notices, they have continued the mindless environmental violation. We are left with no other choice than to evoke the necessary sanction of shutting down the market. This is also meant to serve as a deterrent to other nonchalant markets." He said that the authority had in recent times redoubled its efforts to ensure that business activities in all Lagos markets are carried out in a clean and safe environment for the good of all. He urged traders in other markets to adhere strictly to environmental hygiene or risking indefinite closure of the markets. Well, what's going to happen now is you have these traders would go to those markets and make it worse. I think when it comes to a market, I believe that it's just pretty embarrassing because over the years you should see some sort of progress with, the way we go to markets 20 years ago is the same as it is now. That is a problem in my opinion. Very, very big problem. And I think the government itself has been complacent. You don't give out warnings. You decide this is how the country is going to be. If you're going to be innovative, I think we can make our markets. It doesn't have to be in some big store. And like in the Western world, we can make it our own. Look at the markets in Asia. I mean, they are, outside, stand markets where people display their goods. Where obviously when it comes to food and all that, it's pretty much unhygienic. So it's not surprising because you have individuals who have built a habit of, waste mismanagement for more than 20, 30 years. Our markets are the same. It's pretty embarrassing. So this right now is like, okay, it's high time. Like, why are you doing this now? What party is he a part of? Because really, that's what's why are you doing this closer to election time? You weren't doing this before. We didn't hear about this before. You were giving out warnings, but you did not take action. At the end of the day, these are not people that you're meant to beg to manage waste properly. That's why I have every reason to say, well, what is in it for this person? Because I've never heard this person's name. If you are in a position where, you lead LOMA, well, especially in a market, you should be well known. You should be well known as somebody who enforces cleanliness. You're enforcing the fact that, listen, if you're gonna, mismanage your waste and make it worse, it's a problem. And I personally believe that our market should be turned into something obviously more hygienic. Obviously, when it comes to meat and all that, we need to find better ways to make it work. But I think, we need to be innovative with our markets and make it, just make it new, make it like clean. It can still be in the same style and format, but it shouldn't be disruptive to the roads. It shouldn't lead to more hawking. It shouldn't lead to more dirtiness. Because I think that our markets are something I think is, we can make it even more unique and can help with tourism, to be honest. And, looking at how dirty places are, it's like, restructuring of the country, it's so deep. Like, we have so many issues, and looking at how, for waste management, this is what we have to deal with. But, we are complacent for a very long time. This is the habit that we built as a country where we go get our food. So, I don't think everything has to be in a supermarket, but really, with our organic foods, having markets like this, it's not bad. Waste management, how dirty Mushin is, how dirty. These markets are, well-known markets, right? And yes, I think the closure is very, 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 very important. I think we need to get over we have to understand, yes, we can say Nigerians, but we have been allowed, I guess, we're human beings. Like, when there's no law, there's no order, there's no sort of control, we can't spiral out. But I think this is something where we can't necessarily say, oh wow, look at us. Really, we've built a habit. I don't know how you want to change 20 years of the same behavior. The only way you can do that is literally through force and through some aggressive actions, which I guess that's what they're taking. So really, I don't know. Looking at the comments, first, politics. Why this time? Of course. The people who are saying Tinubu did not work in Lagos are the same people spoiling Lagos. Are you serious? I mean, come on, let's be intelligent here. Listen, we're talking about a country. It's not even just in Lagos, it's the whole country. This is how our markets have been. We have not progressed. To show how we lack progress, like how retrogressive we are. Our markets are still the same as they were 10 years ago, 20 years ago. So really, you have a habit of dirt. You have a people who've built a market, a trading place of dirtiness, where we buy meat, where we buy just raw food, vegetables. I mean, we're talking so much contamination. It is a problem. And I think obviously over the years, for people, science, you build immunity to it. And, maybe for a lot of things, health-wise, may not have as much as when it comes to cleanliness. We're not necessarily dying from that, but maybe dying from what we actually eat. But the problem is, the market where we get off is disgusting. It is a problem. So you're trying to say, oh, Tinubu, he tried to do this. He can build something, but would it be maintained? It's the same for everywhere in the country. And before Tinubu was in office, markets have been like that. Tinubu left, markets were still like that. So it's not a Tinubu or what did he change the markets? I don't understand. And of course, look at the timing. If this individual from Loma, if he was known as see this individual here, he does not take it. As traders, it should be more. We have no regulation. That's the problem. And so you have what? How many months to elections? Oh, wow. We're trying to make aggressive action. We're taking action now. For what reason? And this is the reason why in the polls, Peter B would be leading the polls, and they find it dubious. Well, look at you. The desperate measures your government, your present ruling party is making, the desperate moves show that really their intention is just to get into the office and dip and run, literally. Put what you think about this in the comment section below, and do not forget to like and subscribe.